It's Cravens Drive, taking the trail that leads to the shore of Lake Tansi. Also leads you around the northern shore to the POA office. It's a good little walk. You bring your dog, bring the kids down to the lake shore. Every time I've come out here, which is in the morning, I'm the only one out here. Beautiful view of some of the houses along the lake shore. Good look at some of the wildlife. Geese, herons, ducks, and other birds. I've seen otters out in the lake. Seen boats, kayaks, canoes, sailboats. Couple of jet skis that were grandfathered in before the no jet ski rule. A lot of water skiers. Beautiful lake. Some 500 something acres or so. Got a little bench here named Echo's Bench. There's a squirrel, another wildlife. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. Clear water, absolutely clear. Good fishing. Let me zoom in across the way here for you to look at some of these homes. And the fauna around the lake. This home over here is particularly nice, at least I think so. There it is. It's a lot of square footage there. All right, continuing on my lake walk. Now we're headed over to a dock that they have set up for shore fishing. I think it's called Fisherman's Dock. And that was a little golden mantled ground squirrel. Just ran into his hole. Right down there. Yeah, these little coves. You can come out here and fish and not be bothered. There's another bench. You want to watch the sunset, I recommend this point. Come a little early, get a seat on the bench, and watch the sun go down on the lake. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's fall right now. We're in just about almost mid-October. Or I should say the beginning of fall. There's the park, and we'll walk over to the fisherman's dock and play some hopscotch. So this walk I'm taking you on, and you'll see in a little bit, I'm going to be walking behind some of the rental cabins. It is open to the public on the areas that I'm going to be walking, so this is not to the public as far as Lake Tansi residents. If you're a resident of the community, you're allowed to access these areas. And then this is the fisherman's dock. Benches are dedicated to former volunteers. That's Connie Wonders. Let's see who we have over here. This is in memory of Carolyn Diane Theory. And there's a bench down there. I don't see a plaque on it. But those cabins right there on the shore, we'll be walking around momentarily, are rental cabins. And that's available to non-residents. So get a hold of the Lake Tansi POA and find out how much it is if you're interested. But you have access to a dock. I think we got cut off there. The rental cabins here during the summer, I see a lot of families come out. You get a backyard right on the lake shore. You get a dock shared between a few of them, but you can walk right up to the lake from your rental cabin. It's got parking. I've seen RVs parked in front of them with people staying at the cabin. So they RV out here to Lake Tansi, Tennessee, and then stay in the cabin for a few days or a week or so and enjoy the summer, because we'll be right up against the beach. I'll show that to you as well. You can walk on the beach if you're a resident here, but the areas that I'm walking on are going to be walker and pet or dog friendly. So I won't be taking you on the Tansi beach itself because dogs aren't allowed there. But here's one of the docks if you get a rental cabin. Tie off your boat, your floaty, or whatever you're using. Some fishermen out there. And we have a little bridge across the inlet up here that we'll be walking across. That'll take you to the outdoor stage where they have live concerts once a week during the summer. They have one again, I think the last one this Tuesday coming up for the year. But that is one heck of a load of fun going out to those. They have food trucks, music, raffle, dancing, sitting, drinking. You can bring a cooler. Nobody cares what you bring in it. I mean, the rule's pretty simple. Be good or be gone. And Another bench. And now what I'm walking up to here is the designated area for the Tansi beach that you're not allowed in with a dog. So I'm going to walk up here around the beach itself. Oh, you know what? There's nobody there. I'm going to take you in there just to show it to you. Otherwise, we just walk around this parking lot. So this is a side gate. You normally would walk in over there. And then they got a little bondi or acai bowl shack that's open during the summer. But you got the shoreline there, the walkway. And then the beach, you got a volleyball net up. Got a huge Adirondack chair for you to sit in and take pictures. They have a little floating swimming area. Boats aren't allowed. You can lounge out there in your inflatable tube and have a drink of your choice. Really relaxing. Gorgeous weather this summer. It's not bad right now. It's probably high 60s. Just under 70 right now out here. And it's, I want to say, about 9:30 in the morning. There's a huge Adirondack. And this area you see out here with the floaties, you see those, let me zoom it in for you. You see those buoys? That designates the swim area. The inside ones, the other ones are no wake, this side of those secondary buoys, but this is the swim area designated for folks who want to enjoy the beach. And of course they check your resident ID card, make sure your dues are paid. This is all sand. People lay out, spend the day here during the summer, but it's very relaxing. It's like having your own pool with sun, sand, and a bartender. And then that side where you see the fence, let's see here. Right there where that white pole is, it's the end of the buoys and the end of the beach itself. So we're going to walk out back to the parking lot so you can see where you come in. There's a little snack bar. This is your way back out to the lot. The parking lots, I mean, literally just feet from the beach. Here we are. You park right there. And the walk right there. It's closer than the parking lot at Walmart or Target. All right. And a lot less crowded than Costco, I assure you. There's the Bondi Bowls shack. Open during the summer season. And just here, this side of the beach is the trail continuing behind more rental homes. I know some of you are going to wonder how long this trail is. I have not measured it, but it is over a half mile and less than a mile. How about that? Let's call it 3/4 of a mile, all the way around from where I started this video to where it's going to end. Some more rental units with docks. There's quite a few. I'm going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably an equal amount on the other side. 4 or 5. So about at least 15, possibly more rental units. And they're homes. I mean, they're not tiny. Multi-bedroom, I'm sure. I haven't stayed in them. I've seen video of the inside, but I can't tell you how many bedrooms they have. But like I said, if you look on the website for Lake Tansi, and it's spelled Tansi, Crossville, Tennessee, you'll see the rates and the season that they're open if you're interested. There's 2 pools here in the community, an indoor and an outdoor pool. The indoor pool is brand new, really nice. They have a little miniature golf course adjacent to it, free to play, again for residents or members or those who have guest passes or stay in the cabins. They have a little farmer's market Tuesday evenings inside the building adjacent to the pools. Homemade confections, baked goods, lotions, seasonings. You can buy beef, different cuts of beef, knife sharpening, different trinkets, jewelry, a lot of homemade stuff. It's fun, and you can go to that just before you go to the food trucks and then to the concert on Tuesdays during the summer. Here's some more docks for the rental cabins. And you guys can see I'm about to finish up this trail coming around the corner, and not one person yet again. Had it all to myself. Now watch, there's going to be a gaggle of people waiting up here. Look how clear that water is. Beautiful. Comes the bridge I was telling you about, the little walkway bridge across the inlet leading to the outdoor pavilion. I'll show you the stage area where the concerts are, where people sit. And there's the swan decoy. Those loops or arches over the bridge have little lights set up on them during the season that they turn on, and it lights up the bridge as you walk across. There's the pavilion. Food trucks will line up over there, right by the flagpoles and the trash can you see. That's where they all are, so just walking distance to the concert. You can pull your boat right up to the shore right here, tie off, have drinks and whatnot from your boat while you're listening to the band up here. Walk around the shore here and I'll show you where you sit to watch the band. If you're so inclined to sit, you bring your chairs up, set them up, and there isn't a bad seat. You can also ride your golf carts here, your side-by-sides, and sit in those at the back of the group, just like a drive-in. The big cars sit in the back, and you can watch and listen to the concert. So here's this fire pit and that wood and all this area you see in front of me where all the benches and trash cans are. This is where everybody sits, and the band plays right there. It's called the Waterside Pavilion. And see this big cement area? This is the dance floor, and it gets hopping. I mean, you can have a song playing where no one's out here. You can have songs playing where a few people are out here. You can have songs playing where this thing is just going off. Everybody's a part of it. And look how beautiful. This is your view while you're watching the band. Boats tied up to shore there, out in the water there, all the way around. So that's the end of the unpaved part of the trail. You can continue walking along this gravel road. This is parking lot for the pavilion, but I'll show you. I'll walk the shore all the way up to the asphalt where the road ends for that walk. And you can turn around and walk it back if you want, or head out along one of the side streets here, which is what I'm gonna do till I get back home. Here's the water, and then that building right there is the Property Owners Association. That's where the city manager and the girls or the clerks that work there are, for all the residents who have questions, concerns, have to pay their dues, need to get their IDs, stickers for their boats, etc. That all happens in that office. And there's the area again for where the food trucks line up. Gorgeous homes right there on the shore with a perfect view of the pavilion and the greater lake. And directly adjacent to the Tansi Property Owners Association is the Lake Tansi Police Department. The community has its own police department, and they are staffed 24/7. And so, here we are. This is the end of the walk around the shore. Goodbye, Lake Tansi Village. Come visit. You won't be disappointed. Thanks, y'all.